All right, Michael, what are we doing in the shed tonight?
Well, it's update time. Why is it update time? Because last weekend and the weekend before that were long weekends. I went away in the first weekend, Nathan went away in the second weekend, which means we spent no time in the shed. So it's been like 2 weeks since we've got any work done. That's not ideal. So we thought what we might do, we're filming it after work tonight, is give a little bit of update on what's going on with, can we call it a fleet yet? Do we have enough cars to call it a fleet?
I think we have enough cars called.
We'll call it the fleet and where we're at with everything, because a lot of people have been asking on a few different projects on what's going on, because we'll be the first to admit we've been a little bit all over the shop lately with events and everything that have been going on lately with Sandman, Drake Challenge and Motorex coming up and getting out to a couple of car shows and stuff like that. We've been all over the shop lately. We've been waiting on a lot of parts for a lot of cars as well too. So yeah, we apologise the fact that we've sort of been a little bit scattered. But what we're trying to do now is get back to that and start to knock off some projects. One of those being this one right here. So we're going to do a quick little update on everything that we got going on at the moment and some exciting things that we have coming up in the future, especially this weekend, which is Motorex. But more on that later. All right, so the Gemini, the brakes have been rebuilt and the master cylinder has also been rebuilt too. I got that done by a professional. Yes, we probably could have had a crack at doing the brakes ourselves, but because I had to send the master cylinder away to get machined and out and checked over anyway, it was just easier to send it to a professional and get it done right. And I know that we stuff up, and brakes is not something you want to stuff up with. It's okay breaking down because your engine won't run, not so good when your brakes don't work. So that's why I went to professional. So they're back now, they're ready to go on. We still have all the parts over there that are ready to go onto it. The only reason why I haven't done anything on it yet is because we just, like I said before, we haven't had the time to spend here in the shed because of life and work and everything else going on. I also have one floor pan. One has finally arrived. I'm still waiting on the other. This is the left-hand side. Looks pretty good. Looks a lot better than the one that's in at the minute. So we should be able to start the rust soon. And I am thinking that maybe if the other one arrives before we get to work on this next, we might do the rust first.
Yeah, okay.
Then we could paint the whole floor and get it done.
We're probably better off doing the rust first, eh?
Yeah, before we put all the brakes and everything on it, because then we can paint it
fair
and
enough.
do it right. So that's what's happening in the Gemini. Heaps to be done, and that's probably what you're going to see next on the screens here, I think, because we have a lot of parts to go on it, and we really want to get this thing finished. Other than that, not much more. All right, what should we talk about next? The XF?
Yeah, okay.
I'll leave that with you.
So the XF, obviously we haven't touched it, but I've been slowly gathering parts at the side. I gathered the most important part, which is a sun visor to suit my fleet of cars, because every car I own has a sun visor. So I've gathered parts, and we've just been discussing what the plan is for this thing. And the plan is, like I said, just to get it on the road. We just got to fix a few fuel leaks, the transmission leak, so it can pass a roadworthy. And once it's got a roadworthy and it's driving, then we can bring it in and out and slowly do some mods. That way it's out of the shed and we can bring in a major project again.
Yep.
Because right now this is holding us up from a major project.
Yeah, because we literally run out of room in this shed and the backyard. And
exactly right. So once this is on the road, we can bring it out for things like coilovers or painting something, you know what I mean? So we do need to just get this repaired. So we will order a big bunch of parts and do kind of an engine go over like we did on the Gemini.
All right, that's pretty much the XF.
That's pretty much the XF. You'll see it soon.
It's here, so I'm going to talk about it. The HQ, what's going with that? I still need to put an LSD into it. My plan is I'm going to buy a centre now and actually look at either doing the diff ourselves, depending on how difficult it is and whether I feel like we can set it up right and not end up with a diff. So that's in the background. I haven't had time to look at trying to organise to buy one or anything. I know where I want to get one from and just waiting on that. But anyway, more importantly, the biggest thing that everyone has been asking for in a long time, and I'm sorry that there hasn't been an update, the Sandman engine is back. Doesn't quite look like how we hoped it to. So I know a lot of people have been asking about the Sandman and what's been happening with the engine, and I apologise that I haven't been able to give you an update until now. The reason why is because we were just trying to figure out what exactly we're going to do. So the engine builder that took this engine, unfortunately he's unable to finish the work that he started due to a few different personal reasons with stuff going on in his life at the minute. He just isn't able to complete the works. So he has given us back the engine. He has done a little bit of work to the heads as much as he could, but the rest of it, the engine and block, anything else hasn't been touched yet. So I am now in the search for another engine builder to basically get that sent off to get machined. I still don't know exactly how much we're going to be involved as far as are we going to assemble it ourselves or how much machining we're going to get done and then we might take it back and assemble it, or do we just let the new engine builder do the lot? I'm going to talk to them about it when I find him. I've got a few different leads at the minute, but this is where we're at. Unfortunately, you know, these things happen. We were pretty bummed that we couldn't finish working with the engine builder, and so was the engine builder that we're working with. It was just an unfortunate situation. The good news is the engine builder that we were working with has told us that this engine is actually not so bad. So I'm going to run you through what we're talking about here. You may notice that there's 2 blocks. If anybody watched our socials on the Instagram and stuff, you might recall that I put a call out to find another block. The reason being is because this one here is our original block. That was machined out to 40 thou, and they were overalized, the bores, and he said, it's not ideal to work with. It would be better if you could find a virgin bore, something that hadn't been touched before. And I thought, where am I going to find a virgin bore 308? They don't exist anymore. And fortunately, a really nice viewer by the name of Jimmy reached out and said, I have a virgin bore block that has never been touched before and is in great condition. And he sold this block to me. He didn't want to sell it, but he said, you know what? If it's going to a good cause like the Sandman, he's happy to let it go. Jimmy, you're a legend, mate. I super appreciate that, because this block is perfect for what we want to do. It has been checked over, it's been crack tested and cleaned, as you can see, and it's come up mint. It is ready to be recode and machined out and basically put into the Sandman and start that build. For those wondering, I am going with just a 308 build. I'm not going with the 355. That's for a few different reasons, which I'll probably talk about when we start this build and go further into depth. But we are sticking with a 308, but it's going to be a bit of a hot 308, mainly because I've got a T5, and I don't want to see that T5 in a million pieces. So this is where we're at with this. The crank, I'm told, is in really good condition, so we can reuse that. That's fine. The heads need to be ported and put bigger valves in it and such. Still need to buy a manifold and all that sort of stuff. But all in all, the engine looks like all the pieces are in good working order. So hopefully we shall see movement on this soon. And hopefully we can get this back in the car, because it has been sitting there for way too long. It's starting to look like a barn find at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it for the Sandman. As soon as we get this finished, we're going to throw it back in. And there's a few other things that we've got to fix in the Sandman. Mainly turn the headlight surrounds around so they're the right way, because everybody picks up on that. I do need to flip them. Alright, that's that.
What's that?
The Go-kart.
One of our most favourite builds lately.
So this fully sick thing, God, I love this thing. Unfortunately, this is just a side project. So this will get done in time. But right now, we're actually in good stead with it. All we really need to figure out is we've just got to mount up steering wheel, fully weld all this junk, mount up steering wheel, and then what we do need to do is finally get ourselves on a lathe.
Yeah.
And we need to make like a half shaft to bring this down to a sprocket, out to a sprocket, back to a sprocket.
Yeah, pretty
with
much.
a little tensioner. So basically all we need to do next is just lathe something up. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. We just need to lathe something about that long with 2 bearings, and then it could be a runner.
Yeah, so
Because the main parts are done.
yeah, we've still got a bunch of parts that we can chuck on this, which we will. That'll probably be the next episode that we see in this. But from there, then we're going to have to order all the other parts that we're going to need to finish it off, because there's stuff in here that we don't know exactly what we need until we see it a little bit further completed. So this will be coming along soon too.
But it's a side project.
Yeah, but we're really enjoying
here
this
for
project.
cars.
Yeah, we have a lot of cars to do.
But this is sick.
This is sick.
And the people that do, I got a few messages of people that have been dreamed of doing this. It was my dream too. That's why we're doing it.
I can't wait to see this thing run.
Because we're children at heart.
Exactly right. Actually, I'm next to a big
Is
project
this
right now.
bolted down? Oh.
No, that is not bolted down.
What's the next big project? Oh, big turbo kit.
The big turbo kit.
Yeah, we can't tell you anything about that.
Oh, we can give a hint here.
Can we?
Yeah.
So while I'm sitting down here, you might notice there's a box here that says Big Turbo Kit. This is probably our next big build that we have coming up. I think we showed it when we did the Gemini episode last, that we have a big turbo. No one's guessed what it's for yet. You have seen the car before. The car has been in a Hackshop episode. Slightly.
12-volt Dan's been touching it.
12-volt Dan's been touching it. It has been in an episode, but only a little bit. So if anyone guesses it, I'll send out a sticker pack. But that's probably our next big build, and it's a pretty exciting build. It'll probably, I'd be fair to say, it'll be the most powerful car we've ever done. I would say, probably more so than the Fairlane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope not, but yeah.
So that's coming up. That's really exciting. We have a bunch of really cool companies that are jumping on board for that, and the car itself, it's going to be scary.
Yeah.
It's going to be real scary. So we're looking forward to getting started on that. We should see that towards the end of the Gemini and the XF being built. Once we've made some room, we can bring it in.
Yeah.
Speaking of boxes, I've got another box that we can talk about as well too.
What other box?
This box right here, the one that says 20,000 subs giveaway. If you look at our channel at the minute, I think when this video releases, you'll find that we are just shy of nearly 20,000 subs, which is unbelievable. That's crazy. Did you ever think we'd end up with this, Nathan?
No.
No. It still blows us away. And obviously, when we hit a milestone like this, what we want to do is give something away. And we've had some really cool sponsors jump on board to give away one hell of a prize. Or a giveaway.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. I can't tell you the details as yet. But as soon as we hit that 20,000 subscriber mark, we have a massive giveaway to you guys at home. So, yeah, I guess subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe. Let us hit that 20,000 mark, and then we can give away this box. There's actually more than this box, but there's a lot of cool
I was going to
goodies
say,
in
as if it fits in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool goodies in there, and it's pretty awesome. It's actually, I'm amazed that we were able to give it away. So that's really exciting. So please make sure, if you're not already, subscribe to find out if you could be in the runnings to winning this.
Faster time. Faster time.
We could probably run a faster time with the way it is now.
Probably. All right. So, you all wanted the Fairlane back at the strip. This means back at the strip. Chapman Brothers Performance built us this manifold for the Fairlane.
And it is awesome.
And it is wicked. We got it so we can run a 50mm wastegate. And this is actually built to suit like your J-pipe. So you can throw this on and it's not going to move your exhaust.
Previously been running a J-pipe on your...
You
on
throw
your
this
shotgun.
on, dump your turbo on, your exhaust will go...
It bolts
back on.
straight back up. The only thing we've got to change is obviously the wastegate.
So that's actually the bigger part. That's why it's a bit more of a job for us.
Yep.
Because we got to get these bad boys and we got to weld these johnnies on.
Yep.
And that means we get to make another screamer pipe, which I'm thinking out the bonnet. Nah. So this is our quest for a low 11
Low 11?
or a high 10. No,
Or a
I'm
high
not saying
10.
that. I'm not saying that. This is our quest to run faster.
Yeah.
So we're hoping this, because right now we're at a maximum of boost and injector power. So we're hoping this will give us a little bit more boost down low because it flows a little bit better, bigger wastegate, so we can put a bit more power into it. And we have a set of 1200cc injectors for it.
No, the bigger than 1200.
Are they?
I think they're 1500s.
All right, we have giant injectors for it.
Yeah.
So that means my fuel economy is going to be even more shitter than
Yeah.
it is. So that's the plan for the Fairlane.
Yeah.
So that's that for the Fairlane to go a bit faster, get it retuned. But the Fairlane is mint right now, and I am taking it out every weekend.
Yeah, I know. Every time you go out, the Hackshop account starts going bing, 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 bing. I've seen Nathan.
So that's for the Fairlane. I've been wanting to show that for ages because I think we videoed it when we got it, but we
Yeah.
haven't put it into any.
We've had it for ages.
Yeah,
We
so
just
that
haven't
is
had
the plan.
time.
But right now we're trying to get a turbo. But if I need to throw that turbo back on, we will. I don't really care. I just really want to put this banana manifold on.
Yeah. We've had this since before Drake Challenge. We just didn't change it for Drake Challenge because we knew that our recipe worked.
Exactly right. The paprika worked on the steak. That's why we left it. So yeah, I really want to do that.
Yeah. Let's talk about the XE because everyone asked about the XE as well too.
Full XE. The XE... I don't even know what to say about the XE. The engine's sitting there, the diff's sitting there, down the back, the auto's sitting there. Everything's here, but it's a matter of money. Unfortunately, the funds for that thing is just... It's going to need more than you know what I mean? Like, the auto needs to be rebuilt, it needs a converter, that needs to be pulled apart, that needs to be rebuilt, it needs an intake manifold and all that. And unfortunately, I just can't afford it at the moment.
What he's saying is he loves the Fairlane more than the XE.
No. When the Fairlane is done that, the Fairlane is going to go into hiding and the XE will come back out. Oh, I don't want to do the XE so bad, but yeah, anyways. Because if I don't want to half-fast it, that's the thing. We could slap that engine in and put a converter in the auto and hopefully it shifts gear, but I don't want to do that. I want to get that rebuilt, make sure it's good. I want to rebuild that, make sure that's good. The diff, I want to go through the diff, make sure that's good. I want to do it right. So unfortunately, it's just going to take a little bit more time.
And lastly, on a bit of a somber moment,
Yeah.
somber note, sorry. What's happening with the LSQ, Nathan?
The LXQ is no longer in our hands.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's sold. So the HQ went up on the market and it was on the market for a while. But the right buyer came along and the right buyer bought it. So the HQ is now gone. And that just means there's another project funded by Mr. Tin Man Fabrications.
Yes, so the reason why he sold the LSQ...
was because he got himself another car.
Yes. Wait, is it even worth mentioning what car it is, being
Yeah,
your
it
dad's
is.
probably going to sell it?
I'm going to interrupt here and say that I'm not going to tell you what car his dad's bought because we're going to
I'm
work
going
it.
to say it, but
because
it might not be.
Because it might not be
might
that
be
because
sold by
his
then.
dad is so bad at buying and selling cars that there's a good chance it won't exist by the time that we actually get to work on
It's a
it.
TD Cortina.
At the moment.
It's got a turbo crossflow in it.
At the moment.
At the moment. The plan is to put a barra in it.
At the moment.
But yeah.
This could change week by week.
Yeah, because he's got an AU V8 that he wants to put a side mount charger on it.
At the moment.
Anyway, so that's what's happened with the LSQ and another possible project. But
At the moment. There's every chance this might not come to fruition, but what we're saying is, unfortunately, the LSQ has departed ways with us.
so I won't be seeing a turbo.
It won't be seeing a turbo through us, maybe through the new buyer. It's perfectly set up for that, but it has basically paved the way for new projects for Nathan's dad, Tim and Smith Fabrications. So whatever project he ends up with at the time that we actually have time
We
to
will
do
end
it,
up getting our hands on it.
we'll do something cool because it's going to lead to a cool car. But whether it's the Cortina or not,
He wants to build a drag challenge car. So he wants to build a drag challenge car. That's all I got to say.
it'll be something. We just don't know what it is because it changes week by week.
Yeah, it's Les Daly.
Yeah.
He's going to hate me for saying that. So anyway, that's the LSQ is gone.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What a shame.
Anyway, that was a good car. We'll miss it,
It was
but
a good car. But hopefully
you-
the next owner enjoys it.
yes. But by the time this video is released, if you're watching this on the Thursday we release it, if you would like to say a final farewell to the LSQ, we have something to tell you.
So, if you do want to see the LSQ for the last time, it is going to be at Melbourne Showgrounds this weekend. Is this video going out?
It's going to be this video. So this weekend, April 31st and 1st of May.
Yeah. So, the HQ is going to be there on display, as well as the Fairlane, as well as the HQ, as well as the VK, my brother's VK, that will be there as well.
For the long-time viewers, you might remember we did a bit of work on that ages ago now.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about is we are going to Motorex.
Yes.
We will be there for both Saturday and Sunday. We'll just be hanging around, meeting people, getting involved in the event, hopefully talking to a lot of people and meeting a lot of you guys. If anyone comes along and wants to say hello, please do. That's what we're there for. But it will give you guys a chance for anyone that wants to check out some of the vehicles that we have built, and you can look at all the mistakes that we did. And yeah, this should be a really good weekend. We're really looking forward to it.
We're excited to have the cars on display for people to look at up close.
Yeah. And please make sure that you do come by and say hello, because while we're there, we're actually going to be running a few giveaways. We have a couple of minor prizes and stuff like that, which we will run on the Saturday and the Sunday. We'll give away a couple of fender covers and stuff like that, and a few other little merch packs that we have from Hackshop Garage and a few of our other sponsors as well too. But we do have one major prize to give away, and that is supplied to us by Burson Auto Parts, and that is a fully packed tool chest. Full of tools, not empty, full of tools. They've given us a whole tool chest and tools to give away for that weekend. So make sure you come by to enter into that, and yeah, good luck, and hopefully you win it, because I wish I did. So we're really excited about that. Really happy to give that away and say thank you to you guys at home that have been watching this whole time and basically making it possible and giving us the opportunity to take our crappy cars to Motorex.
Yeah, put oil leaks everywhere.
You're gonna know where the Fairlane went. It's gonna be like following the gingerbread man.
Rear main is horrible.
Yeah, follow the breadcrumbs and follow oil leaks to the Fairlane. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. Hope to see you guys there. Hope you've enjoyed this update. Sorry we haven't got a build video out this week, but like we said, life's just been busy lately. We've had a bit going on with work and family life and getting away and enjoying the cars as well too, not just spending time in the shed.
But the weather's cooling down now.
Rain's starting to come.
The rain. The sun's getting real low.
Sun's getting real. I haven't heard that name.
Spirit fingers.
Sunset Watcher. He's retiring.
So now that the big events are over, because it's now winter, we can finally get back to our normal routine. Once Motorex is over, we'll be back to the normal routine and working on the cars every weekend. Because the cold weather is around and the cars will be put into hibernation and the covers will be put on.
Yeah.
So hopefully, no, not hopefully, we will be back to our normal content soon.
Yeah.
But anyway, on that note, make sure you get out to Motorex this weekend and come say hi.
As always, a massive thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to do this, especially Burson Garage at the moment for sponsoring a whole entire tool chest to give away. That's freaking awesome. If you'd like to follow along in all the stuff that we talked about in this little update, please make sure you consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us out heaps, and it'll get us to the 20,000 mark, which means then we can give that awesome prize away which someone's going to be really lucky to win that as well too. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can head on over to the website and get yourself a bunch of Hackshop merch, some of which being our Hackshop Garage fender covers. These are awesome. Thank you to everyone that's been buying them so far. It really, really does go a long way to supporting the channel and helping us do what we do here and help fund Nathan's exit.
Yeah.
Anyway, until we're back in the shed working on this plethora of vehicles and parts that we have to deal with.
See you in the next one.
See you then.
Or this weekend.
Or this weekend.
Yeah,
Every
so
time
I'm
we
kind of
move.
hoping it's just the selector staff shield or something like that. That was very SE then.
Yeah, she by she shop.
If anyone wants a VCM, message Michael.
Oh yeah, I need to sell that. Anybody want it?
Because
He was a chicken shit and
I
didn't
don't-
modify his
I
VF.
don't have an SS anymore.
so if you want an OTR, message the Hackshop account.
Yeah, that's for sale. I don't have the car anymore.
What do we put one of the barrows that we have sitting over there in the XC?
No, I won't do that. I won't do that.
Or do we put a 308 in it?
Oh, that'd be sick. I'll use this one.
The good,
The ovaled one.
the oval one. Cool. Yeah, because it's Ford, oval power.
I don't know, Dave.
I don't know, we'll figure it out.
I don't know, we'll figure it out anyway. I really want to get into that. I just want to get that visor on. Let's screw it on now.
You want to screw it on now?
Yeah, you got some tech screws?
Well, I do, yeah.
Yeah, let's put it on.
Then what are we going to do in the episode?
Yeah, true. Take it off and paint it.
They look good.
Oh no, they are painted.
Comes in a plastic bag. They're not painted, they're just raw, aren't they?
No, he's painted them.
What did you paint them? Quality.
Are they painted? Yeah, they're painted. Yeah, they're painted.
Look it, you should know.
Must be Dulux enamel.
Product code 1258. With a little bit of thinners. Just a little bit of thinners. I like his style.
He thinned that out a little bit. He painted it with a gun.
Yeah. He must have put it in the hot water. I can taste it. I can taste it.
Yeah, they look mint.
Ah, so the pins, apparently using the split pins is fine.
Oh, okay.
He said that's no big deal. It's what we're going to have to do. So I've got to track down some
Oh, okay.
split pins. But
You
if
can't get like some stainless rod and like mushroom the end or something?
maybe, but I'm pretty sure someone contacted me. I don't remember who it was. So if you know who it is, if this is you listening right now saying, oh, it was me, contact me again because someone said they had some pins.
Okay.
Whoever was that, I'm sorry. Inbox is flooded and I've lost the who it was. So
Okay.
because I'd like to put pins back in it so it doesn't look quite
Dodgy.
dodgy.
Yeah, that looks good. They look good. It will be down at Melbourne Showgrounds in Melbourne.
Melbourne Showgrounds is in Melbourne. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's usually where it is.
Yeah, okay.
The Melbourne Showgrounds in Sydney.
It is going to be at Melbourne Showgrounds